where I'm told. And I've been where I fight.
There are many firsts at this year's Republic Day parade, but no, this is not one of them. There will be no dancing to Monica Oh My Darling at the Rajpath. This is just the naval marching contingent having a bit of fun during break practice. These young men and women, part of the Republic Day parade, are up and about before dawn. Warm-ups, drills, and then practicing their march for the next 6 hours. The picture-perfect, synchronized march we see on TV comes with months of discipline and focus. Leading the charge on behalf of the Navy this year is 29-year-old Lieutenant Commander Aanchal Sharma. For the last 1 month, they have been practicing in the rain and cold for 6 hours every day.
The entire contingent, it has been marching for 2 months. We have been practicing for 2 months. However, when we came in here, the first day that we marched, we had that 8 to 9 degrees of temperature. It was chilling in the morning. But as I mentioned, the josh and the courage that we have in the contingent and the new men that we have taken them from Chilka. They're all young, and with time it became a cakewalk for us.
It's also a dream come true for someone who's grown up watching Republic Day parades on television.
Indeed, marching in front of the Supreme Commander of India, the President of India, is a lifetime achievement, and I will remember it throughout my life.
This year, 16 marching contingents from the armed forces, the paramilitary, police and NCC, accompanied by 17 military bands, will proudly march down Rajpath. Following them will be 25 colourful tableaus from different states and government departments. West Bengal, Tamil Nadu, Kerala, all opposition-ruled states, claimed this was deliberate singling out. But beyond the politics, the spat tells you the regional pride a tableau cruising down Rajpath ignites. Each one has to go through a multi-layered selection process to get onto India's biggest and grandest stage.
Basic idea.
And watching them this year will be a very special audience, says Dr. Ajay Kumar, India's Defence Secretary.
We have earmarked seats for various different groups of people, like construction workers, auto rickshaw drivers, safai karamcharis, for frontline health workers, and the like. So our idea is that people who would never ever possibly get a chance to get invites for the Rajpath parade would actually get for the first time to see the parade, to see all the VVIPs who come there and be part of something which is India.
The Ministry of Defence is the nodal agency that is responsible for the Republic Day parade, and this year the challenge has been twofold. COVID has meant that not more than 8,000 people can be in the audience at Rajpath. Usually, the strength is 1,25,000. every marching contingent this year has backups. Even for the flypast, backup planes will be airborne. Speaking of the flypast, well, it promises to be a show to remember. The largest and grandest ever.
Golden Arrows are proud to be part of the grandest ever Republic Day flypast in the 75th year of India's independence.
75 aircraft from the Army, Navy and Air Force will be taking off from 8 air bases across North India and salute the Rajpath as the country gets ready to celebrate its 75th year of independence.
As far as the security part is concerned,
Air Vice Marshal M. Ranade says with 75 aircraft in the sky flying over Rajpath, this is a masterclass in coordination.
this year we are celebrating Azadi Ka Amrut Mahotsav. So towards that, we are going to do a flypast with 75 aircraft in total who are going to be taking part in the flypast. We are going to have a couple of important additions this time. For example, we are going to have the Tiranga formation, which will be flown by the ALH of the Sarang display team, which will paint the sky in the Indian tricolor. We are also going to have 17 Jaguar aircraft who will be flying in such a manner that the audience on the ground will be able to see the figure 75 when the aircraft fly on top of them.
The Indian Air Force's frontline fighters, the Rafale, 7 of them, will be part of the grandest flypast in independent India's history. But missing will be India's pride and joy, the Made in India Tejas. Why? Well, because it is a single-engine jet, and at a time when the world's eyes will be on Rajpath, you have to ensure complete safety, which means only double-engine jets. Bird hits are the other big challenge for any flypast, and a recce will be conducted to ensure that the sky is clear of birds. As the IAF prepares for the big day, everyone is keeping their fingers crossed for a clear sky, for the sun to be out. In fact, from this year, the parade will start from 10:30 a.m. to ensure that the flypast gets some sun and the viewers get a clear view of their breathtaking maneuvers. So I believe that this year, even in terms of the broadcast, there will be pictures coming to us from inside the aircraft when the flypast is taking place?
Yes, we have not only will have pictures on the ground when the preparation will be going on for the aircraft to get airborne, but also when the aircraft are flying, you will be able to see in front of everybody on the screen what the aircraft are seeing live themselves. That will be a big new thing which will be done this time.
Keeping a firm foot on the ground is Sub-Inspector Baburam Bishnoi of the BSF and his 100 camels. It's time for a water break for the contingent that has been stealing the show every Republic Day since 1990. The BSF is the only force in the country to have camel contingents and the camel mounted band. It is presently the only band of its kind in the world. Known as the first line of defense in the Thar Desert, the camels of the BSF have played a stellar role in the 1971 war. This year, these majestic animals will do more than just strut down the Rajpath.
हम लोग हमेशा ये ऊँट को लेके आते हैं तो लोग सिर्फ प्रदर्शनी समझते थे, जबकि ये प्रदर्शनी नहीं है। ये केवल हमारे बॉर्डर में ऑपरेशनल ड्यूटी में बहुत सारी उपयोग में होते हैं, जैसे अम्युनिशन कैरी करना, पेशेंट को कैरी करना और बहुत सारे आइटम है जो वेपन किस तरह वो लेआउट करके हम लोग उस पर फायर कर सकते हैं या दुश्मन के नज़दीक पहुंच सकते हैं। इसका बहुत बड़ा रोल ये होता है कि ये हम तो दुश्मन के नज़दीक पहुंचने में खासकर मदद इसलिए करता है क्योंकि इसके ना तो लाइट होती है ना ये आवाज़ करता है, तो हम दुश्मन के ठिकाने से नज़दीक अम्नेशन और हथियार वहाँ पहुँचाने में इसमें कामयाब होते हैं। इसका जो इंटरनल जो है GPS बहुत तगड़ा है, ये रात में गुम नहीं हो सकता। ये आपको जिस जगह से लेके गया है उसी जगह आप रास्ता भूल गए होंगे, ये नहीं भूलेगा। आपको जिस जगह जाना है या जहां आप चले गए वापस नहीं जा पा रहे, उस जगह से ये हमारे को वापस लेके आता है। सबसे बड़ी बात तो ये है।
In the course of the debate that took place, there were two questions which were raised, which struck me so well.
The Republic Day parade marks the day India got its constitution in 1950.
How can this resolution prevent the League from coming into the Constituent Assembly?
So this year, we celebrate our 73rd Republic Day, in a year when we are celebrating 75 years of our independence. The vision for this year's parade, therefore, was to remember the past as we march towards the future.
India of today is changing, and the parade in this respect, especially the newer generation, wants to see things different. New India, which is reflected by its energy, by innovation, by growth, by dynamism. And we have tried to bring in some of those features in the new parade.
There will be a mix of the old and new when the army contingents come thundering down the Rajpath. Uniforms and weapons from the 1960s right down to 2022, when the army has got its new combat uniform. You will see the Paras contingent wearing the new digital print pattern when they josh up proceedings. A word on the people who bring us live coverage of the parade every year. DD, that's Doordarshan, the state broadcaster, outdoes itself every year on 26th of January. But this year, the magnitude of coverage will be larger than anything we have seen before. 59 cameras, manned by a staff of 160, will be deployed along the parade route, which goes from Rajpath all the way to the National Stadium. Here's the breakup. 33 cameras have been installed at Rajpath, 16 cameras have been placed at National War Memorial, India Gate and National Stadium, and 10 cameras at Rashtrapati Bhavan. And when you tune in this year, keep an eye out for the new look Central Vista. It was a race against time to get it ready for this year's Republic Day, but as these pictures prove, it has been worth the effort. As is tradition, the old makes way for the new. The Amar Jawan Jyoti at India Gate, lit to commemorate the 3,843 Indian braves who died in the 1971 war, was merged with the eternal flame at the National War Memorial, 4 days before it completed its 50th year. There is no eternal flame at the India Gate anymore. Instead, we will now have India's eternal hero right across under this canopy. On his 125th birth anniversary, a tribute to Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose and his Azad Hind Fauj.
ये दिन ऐतिहासिक है, ये कालखंड भी ऐतिहासिक है और ये स्थान जहां हम सभी एकत्रित हैं वो भी ऐतिहासिक है।
The campaign to honor India's heroes doesn't end there. As the Prime Minister reaches the National War Memorial on 26 January, NCC cadets across the country will be making their way to the homes of fallen soldiers who died in various wars and campaigns after independence. They will be presenting these families with a plaque that has been signed by Prime Minister Modi. NCC, established in 1948, has been part of every Republic Day parade since its inception. Lieutenant General Gurbirpal Singh, the commandant of the NCC, is telling us more.
Nation is celebrating Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav. As part of this, we have 26,466 Shaheeds whose names are inscribed on the National War Memorial. Shaheedon ko Shat Shat Naman. During this event, NCC cadets would be visiting the homes of the Shaheeds and would be presenting a plaque of gratitude to all the family members of the Shaheed. This event will start from 26 January, 10:00 hours, coinciding with the time when our Honorable PM would be laying wreath at the National War Memorial, and it will continue till 15th August next year.
Sir, by the end of it, till 15th August next year, how many NCC cadets would have then participated in this very special program?
Close to about 1 lakh of cadets would have participated by the end of this event.
Like the NCC, there was another constant in India's Republic Day celebrations: abide with me. Mahatma Gandhi's favourite hymn, a tune that marked the conclusion of the beating retreat ceremony. Written by Scottish poet William Light as he lay dying of tuberculosis, it is asking God to be with the speaker before and after death. After 72 years, it has been laid to rest for its colonial afflictions. Taking its place, an Indian classic, "Ae Mere Watan Ke Logon."
Ae mere watan ke logon, zara aankh mein bhar lo paani, ye shaheed hue hain unki, zara yaad karo qurbani.
Written by Kavi Pradeep after the Sino-India War, it was sung memorably by Lata Mangeshkar at the National Stadium on 26th of January 1963. Pandit Nehru had tears in his eyes as he heard this beautiful tribute to soldiers who had died in the war barely 2 months ago. All 26 tunes at this year's Beating Retreat will be Indian, in keeping with the campaign to break away from all things colonial. But then Beating Retreat is as colonial as it gets. It is a centuries-old military tradition that at sunset announces the end of the day's fighting. As the bugles sounded the retreat, soldiers withdrew from the battlefield only to return the next day. This year, the centuries-old tradition will get a techno twist, a drone show. A 1,000-drone show that will light up Vijay Chowk, courtesy a startup incubated at IIT Delhi. The 1,000 drones will paint a picture of the government's achievements in India's 75th year of independence over Delhi's evening sky. And when it does, it'll make India only the 4th country with this capability. Up next, the National War Memorial and its Republic Day Association.
I fight where I'm told, and I win where I fight.
This is the start of Republic Day festivities every year on the 26th of January.
राष्ट्रपति अंगरक्षक सलामी देगा राष्ट्रीय सल्यूट मध्य.
As soon as the sword of the commandant of the president's bodyguard comes down, the first of the 21 booms is set off from opposite the saluting dais at Rajpath. In the next 52 seconds, this ceremonial battery of 25-pounder guns, which dates back to World War II, fires 21 salutes in perfect synchrony with the national anthem. The Republic Day Parade is more than just a national parade. It is a display of India's military might, its cultural diversity, and its achievements and aspirations. It is the story of India in 1.5 hours. A story that swells our heart with pride. A story millions of Indians tune in to watch every year. A national parade, like the Republic Day Parade, thrives on its audience. This year, because of COVID, there is no chief guest. The audience at the venue will be restricted to just 8,000 as compared to 1,25,000 in a normal year. But the Ministry of Defence wants this parade to be participative. So they are requesting citizens, all of you, to log into www.mygov.in to view the parade live and vote for the best marching contingent and best tableau. Our special coverage here on CNN News 18 starts at 9 a.m. on 26 January. So do tune in. Thanks for watching and a very happy Republic Day.